Hey, welcome back to my channel. Riddle here. So today in the Garden of the Mind we're going to talk about protection. Protection. So last year I didn't have enough money to buy the proper fencing to keep the deer out and the other animals, because we live in a pretty high population of deer and what have you on the edge of a forest. So all I could afford was this mesh. It was a bird mesh, and then I used these redwood branches and put them in the ground and did my best with the mesh at $20 a roll to make a barrier around my garden. But the fact was, it wasn't enough. And cyclically, the deer would sneak in, or the animals would just rip right through the mesh, and they would come in and they would ruin all my hard work. And it was heartbreaking because you spend hours trying to get things to grow, and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars of fertilizers and soils and this and that. So protection is really important to do it properly. Maybe before you even put your garden in, you need to know that you have the ability, the knowledge, and the resources to protect your garden. Now, in life, protecting your garden can mean many, many things. And you have to ask yourself, are there predators getting into your garden? Are they stealing from you? This could be friends, these could be people, family members, people you really love, but you're letting them in because you didn't construct the right kind of fence. And you know, one of the most important parts of constructing a fence is you always have to have a good door. And what this means is, you can protect yourself. Of course, you have to learn to protect yourself. You have to learn to say no, and when you really honestly mean yes, but you also have to have a good doorway to let the right things in, the right people in, and to let yourself in. Letting yourself in to your garden means that all the hard work, all the things that you're trying to obtain, all the things you're tending to, that you're actually present for, that you're actually enjoying your life. You know, I have a brother, and he's a very successful man on paper, but a miserable human being. He was traumatized and abused terribly as a child, and he just never got the help. He had the resources, but he never got the help. And he relives that hell almost every day, every week of his life through alcohol. And like I said, financially he's set, but he still thinks of himself as a messed up, came from white trash, blah, 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 blah. So his fence has become so small and so high that no amount of love can come in and help him. And he's just kind of been consumed in his own trap. So, protection. If you're going to start something, or if you're going to today say, I'm going to reclaim my life, I'm going to grow something, and I really want it to be successful, start with protection. You know, if you're buying a home, or buying a car, you have to make sure you have the proper insurance. You really have to read the fine print, because those companies are out to deceive you. Yeah, they want their money, but in the fine print, you don't always get what you think you're paying for. So protection is also knowledge, really taking the time to do your research before you move forward on something. And protection is also, remember, having and being very aware of your doorway, because sometimes if we put too much protection around, then no one can come into our garden to share our lives with us and enjoy our triumphs, and be there for our failures to hold us when we really need that human contact. If you have any questions or anything more to add about how you think protection is important, or variations of protection in the garden of your mind, please post them below and share. You know, if you're going to take the time to look at the videos, you may as well put a little energy into interacting. Thank you for visiting my channel. If you're enjoying this journey with me, my helpful tips, my garden wisdom, please join. It helps. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Bye for now.